So joy is really not just an act where someone says, oh, I did this, I was happy. Joy is an innermost soulful experience that comes from the soul being fed and nourished and nurtured. So when a person doesn't have joy, it's not just, oh, I'm not joyous. They're basically depriving themselves of the most important oxygen that they need. So you say, once things are not going so well, how could I have joy? Well, that's a good question. How does the Torah say, Ivdus Hashem b'simcha tev lev mishta tamid? Always be joyous. Because you'll see people, even those that may have poverty issues, God forbid, or other issues, the joy of their nefesh never disappears. And that becomes an asset for them to be able to actually help them fight and overcome their challenges. In this modern society, we've learned to associate joy with objects, objectified joy. Do this, you'll be happy. Buy this, you'll be happy. Smoke this, you'll be happy. Travel here, dress like this, look like that. Come here, go there. What about just take everything away and none of that, no objects? Is there an inner joy of just being alive? Now many of us says, well, I grew up in a home, in an environment where they did not celebrate life. I had parents that were miserable. They made me feel miserable. Obviously these are challenges. I'm not suggesting otherwise. But to go and say, I will not be joyous because I have these challenges, you're basically depriving yourself of the single tool, most important tool, to fight these despondent feelings. So that's why joy is so critical. So how do you achieve it? It's exactly the same way. You have to feed your soul. You're not going to have joy from just doing instant gratifying elements. They'll give you joy like a sugar rush, but then it will go away and it will want more. You have to feed your soul. There's no shortcuts, ifs or buts. Secondly, you have to be around people who feed their souls and who are joyous. Those two things are the main elements that can help you get from a place of where you are to a more joyous and happier place.